It's about time. And in particular, the time we've been conditioned to take for granted. I'm talking about the weekend. Now, what's the common idea about weekends? Most people are waiting for them to arrive so they can shut off, shut down, unplug, escape. They spend the entire week just grinding, looking forward to those precious 2 days of relaxation. And don't get me wrong, rest is important. But ask yourself, is that what separates the top 1% from the other 99%? Is that what builds success? Is that the key to living an extraordinary life? No, it's not. The weekend is a hidden treasure chest of opportunity. It's that extra slice of time that you can use to leap ahead while everyone else is coasting. Think about it. When are your competitors taking it easy? It's usually on the weekend. And that's exactly why the weekend is for outworking the competition. I want you to imagine two people, person A and person B. Now, person A works hard Monday through Friday. They put in their hours, they give it their best effort, and they do everything that's asked of them. But come Friday evening, they switch off. They put their feet up, maybe have a drink, watch TV, go out with friends, spend the weekend doing anything but thinking about their goals. Person B also works hard Monday through Friday, but they understand something. They understand that while everyone else is relaxing, there's an open window to get ahead. So they use their weekend differently. They don't spend all of it working. No, that's not what I'm saying. They take some time to rest, sure. But they also carve out hours for reading, learning, working on their side projects, planning, and sharpening their skills. Maybe they're not putting in a full day of work on Saturday, but they're certainly putting in the effort to keep moving forward. Now, fast forward a year. Which of those two people do you think will be further ahead? It's obvious, right? Person B. And it's not because they're necessarily smarter or more talented. It's because they leverage the time that most people waste. They understood the power of the weekend. And that's the key here. If you want to be extraordinary, if you want to build something that lasts, something meaningful, you have to be willing to do what the ordinary won't do. And that starts with recognizing that the weekend is not a time to coast. The weekend is for outworking the competition. So what does that really look like? Now, I'm not saying you should work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm not saying you should burn yourself out. There's a balance here. But what I'm saying is this. There's a mindset shift that needs to happen. Most people think the weekend is a reward for working hard during the week. But the top performers, they see the weekend as the foundation for the next week. They use it to gain momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in life. Once you've got it, it's easier to keep it going. But when you lose it, it takes a tremendous amount of energy to get it back. So, if you spend Monday to Friday building momentum, why would you want to lose it over the weekend? If you take 2 or 3 days off every single week, that's like hitting the reset button over and over. You're starting from scratch every Monday morning. Instead of building on what you did the previous week, you're rebuilding. The greats, the ones who truly excel, don't let that happen. They keep the momentum going, even on the weekend. They know that success doesn't care what day of the week it is. You spend just 2 hours each day on the weekend working on your goals. or even working on a project you're passionate about. 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. That's 4 extra hours each week. Multiply that by 52 weeks in a year, and you've got an extra 208 hours. That's more than 5 full work weeks of extra effort. Now, do you think someone who's putting in 5 extra work weeks a year might have a slight edge over their competition? You bet they do. That's the power of consistent effort. And that's what separates the average from the exceptional. It's not about doing a lot in a short burst of time. It's about doing a little bit more consistently over the long term. You see, success is not a big thing. It's a bunch of little things done well, day after day, week after week. So when you think about the weekend, I want you to start thinking about it differently. Don't see it as time to escape. See it as time to invest. Time to invest in your future. Because here's the truth. While everyone else is resting, while everyone else is taking it easy, you have the opportunity to put in the work that will set you apart. I've always believed in the philosophy that you should work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And the weekend is the perfect time to do that. Maybe during the week you're busy with your career, your job, your responsibilities. But the weekend, that's when you can focus on yourself. That's when you can read the books, listen to the seminars, write down your goals, and plan out your vision. Think about it. What would happen if you spent your weekends improving yourself by just 1% every week? Just 1%. It sounds small, but over time, that compounds. Over a year, that's a 52% improvement. And that's huge. That's life-changing. But it doesn't happen by accident. It happens by choice. It happens when you decide that the weekend is for outworking the competition. And most people will say, don't I need time to rest? Don't I need time to enjoy myself? Absolutely you do. But I'm telling you, the joy you get from spending time working on your dreams, from seeing progress, from feeling like you're moving forward, that joy is different from the temporary pleasure you get from sitting on the couch and doing nothing. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. But here's what you need to remember. Life rewards effort. Life rewards those who are willing to put in the work when no one else is watching. You've got to fall in love with the process. You've got to fall in love with the grind. And that's especially true on the weekend. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And that bridge is built day by day, week by week. But the challenge is, most people don't want to build it on the weekends. Most people think discipline is something you apply Monday through Friday. But discipline doesn't take days off. Discipline doesn't care if it's Saturday or Sunday. It's there, ready for you to pick it up and use it. And here's something else. The weekend is also a great time to get creative. You know, sometimes during the week, we get caught up in the routine. We get so busy doing what we need to do that we don't have time to think creatively, to explore new ideas, to dream big. The weekend is perfect for that. When your mind is a little more relaxed, when you're not as rushed, that's when you can start to think outside the box. That's when you can brainstorm, come up with new strategies, and start thinking about how you're going to take things to the next level. I want you to see the weekend as your laboratory. It's your time to experiment. Try new things. See what works. See what doesn't. Use that time to test out new ideas, new approaches, new habits. because that's how you grow. That's how you evolve. And that's how you stay ahead of the competition. Now, when I say the weekend is for outworking the competition, I don't just mean the people around you. Sure, there are always going to be people who are working hard, and you want to stay ahead of them. But the real competition, the most important competition, is with yourself. It's about being better today than you were yesterday. It's about improving just a little bit every single day, every single weekend. And here's the truth. You don't have to be the best in the world on day one. You don't even have to be the best on day 100. You just have to be willing to keep getting better. Weekends are your opportunity to do that. While everyone else is staying the same, you're improving. While everyone else is coasting, you're moving forward. And over time, that difference adds up. It's like compound interest. Small improvements over a long period of time lead to massive results. Mr. Shove taught me something that changed the way I looked at time and effort. He said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Think about that. Simple disciplines practiced every day. Not just Monday through Friday. Not just when you feel like it. Every day, including the weekends. That's why the weekend is so important. It's a time to practice discipline. It's a time to reinforce the habits that will lead you to success. It's a time to put in the work that others aren't willing to do.